You're not ready for this. Ladies and gentlemen, this video will truly blow your mind. Ripple's victory in the SEC lawsuit has triggered a chain of incredible events. Ripple's CEO and the SEC chair predict that the market for storing digital assets will surpass $16 trillion. This is the most bullish signal of all time once the main enemies are now working together. And the most interesting part is that crypto experts are predicting XRP's growth to $2.0. You can't afford to miss this video without further ado. Let's get straight to the point. Disclaimer: the cryptocurrency world is entering a new era in 2025, and Ripple is wasting no time making bold moves after years spent entangled in legal battles with the SEC. Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse, once forced to defend the company's very survival, now seems determined to make up for lost time. His strategy is aggressive, focused, and aimed squarely at the future of finance. Chamath Palihapitiya recently highlighted the extraordinary surge in crypto-related transactions, noting that deals in the United States alone have already reached $8.2 billion across 88 transactions within the first 4 months of 2025. This figure triples the entire volume recorded throughout 2024, underlining a dramatic increase in institutional interest and confidence in the sector. Palihapitiya remarked that we are witnessing a serious consolidation phase where traditional finance is finally beginning to merge meaningfully with decentralized finance. Ripple's latest acquisition is a striking example of this shift in a landmark $1.25 billion deal. Ripple acquired Hidden Road, a prime brokerage that processes over $3 trillion in annual transactions and serves more than 300 institutional clients. This move represents far more than a simple expansion. It is a decisive step into the infrastructure that will power the next wave of crypto adoption. Attorney John Dayan, who has been one of the most vocal defenders of XRP holders during the SEC lawsuit, pointed out that Garlinghouse's strategy clearly shows a desire to make up for lost time. After years of SEC interference, Ripple's vision is tightly aligned with the broader growth of the digital asset custody market, which analysts at Boston Consulting Group project could surpass $16 trillion by 2030. Securing Hidden Road, Ripple isn't just strengthening its own operations, it's positioning the XRP ledger to become a key backbone for tokenizing real-world assets like estate commodities and stocks. The acquisition gives Ripple direct access to a global network of financial heavyweights, bringing credibility and deeper integration opportunities at a time when institutional demand for secure, regulated crypto services is growing rapidly. Emerging from a bruising but victorious legal battle, Ripple now has momentum on its side. The SEC lawsuit, which once cast a long shadow over the company's future, now seems like a catalyst that hardened Ripple's focus and strengthened its resolve. As John Dayan put it, Brad Garlinghouse isn't just playing catch-up, he's sprinting ahead. If Ripple's strategy succeeds, it won't just mean growth for XRP holders. It could signal a major turning point where blockchain technology fully integrates into mainstream finance, reshaping how assets are issued, traded, and secured globally. After years of uncertainty, Ripple is finally back in control of its destiny, and the road ahead looks more promising than ever. Crazy, right? But believe it or not, this is just the beginning. Ripple's big moves are setting the stage for something even bigger, and crypto experts are sounding the alarm. XRP Ripple Coin's next chapter could completely change the game. Predictions are rolling in, and some of them will absolutely blow your mind. So just take a look at some of the bold predictions circulating within the crypto community. Crypto Barbie recently tweeted, "XRP is currently getting ready for the biggest bull run in crypto history, and it seems like she's not alone in her optimism." Other prominent voices such as Crypto NFT are echoing similar sentiments. XRP looks amazing. If you're not holding it or waiting for lower prices, you might miss out on the biggest run ever. XRP is the future. It's just starting. Even Haley, with her AI-driven analysis, predicts that XRP could soar past $35 in just 3 months. Some, like Steph, have gone even further, forecasting a road to 2,1,000 for XRP. Meanwhile, CryptoGeek points to a jaw-dropping forecast claiming that JP Morgan has predicted XRP could hit a staggering $10,000 per coin. It's clear the crypto world is buzzing with excitement over XRP's potential. So can XRP realistically hit $100, or are these projections merely wishful thinking? Let's break it down. On one hand, there are analysts who believe that XRP could eventually reach a price of $100 per token. Crypto analyst Levi Riedfeld, for instance, expressed confidence in this outcome last year with Barry C. more recently reiterating this view, suggesting that investors might one day be willing to pay $100 per XRP. While these projections are undeniably bold, they raise a critical question. Could XRP's market cap support such a price at $100 per token? XRP's market cap would balloon to nearly $10 trillion, far exceeding the entire global cryptocurrency market cap, which is currently hovering around $3 trillion. To put that into perspective, it would be greater than Bitcoin's current market cap of $1.9 trillion and would even surpass the entire value of gold, estimated to be around $22 trillion. The feasibility of such a high valuation is, to put it mildly, questionable. Addressing the supply issue might offer a path forward. XRP currently has around 99 billion tokens in circulation, with Ripple's escrow balance holding about 36.8 billion XRP. Some have suggested burning a portion of this supply to reduce the total number of tokens in circulation, thus potentially increasing the value of each token. However, Ripple's chief technology officer David Schwartz has cautioned against this approach, referencing Stellar's 2019 token burn, which failed to generate significant price gains. The jury is still out on whether burning tokens could actually lead to higher prices for XRP. So while the idea of XRP reaching $100 is not entirely out of the question, it is highly unlikely without significant changes in its tokenomics and an unprecedented expansion of the crypto market. For now, more modest price targets such as $10, $27, or even $35 seem far more plausible and achievable in the near term. Now let's dive into Ripple's latest game-changing partnerships. We've all heard the whispers, but what's really going on behind the scenes? Ripple is quietly building an empire that could reshape the entire financial landscape. Stick around, this will seriously blow your mind. So the world of XRP is evolving rapidly, and if you're not paying attention, you might miss out on what could be the biggest financial shift in recent history. Ripple's strategic partnerships and the increasing global adoption of XRP are paving the way for a price surge. Like never before, we're talking about serious moves in big finance. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, recently highlighted that Ripple is now collaborating with over 300 banks and financial institutions globally. This isn't just about XRP as a speculative asset. It's about XRP becoming the bridge asset for international transactions, particularly in remittances, cross-border payments, and trade settlements. Ripple's behind-the-scenes influence is slowly but surely pushing the crypto asset into mainstream finance. As more institutions adopt XRP for real-world use cases, its price could see a massive spike driven by actual demand and utility. Not just speculative trading. Crypto Sensei and other industry experts have pointed out that America could be next in line for a massive adoption wave. America will buy XRP in mass, Crypto Sensei tweeted, and many agree that the U.S. is on brink of recognizing XRP's potential in the global financial system. What's even more fascinating is the growing influence of political figures on this adoption. Levi believes that Donald Trump should champion XRP as America's new reserve currency. Whether or not this is realistic, it highlights the sentiment that Ripple has the infrastructure and the right strategic partnerships to play a pivotal role in reshaping the future of finance. Even more striking is the announcement from Bank of America. Ripple has now listed Bank of America as one of its partners. And this is massive. Bank of America holds a patent for using XRP as a bridge asset, allowing it to facilitate faster, cheaper, and more secure cross-border payments. This development speaks volumes about how XRP is being integrated into the global financial system and why its value could skyrocket as these relationships grow. XRP isn't just an investment asset anymore. It's becoming a key player in global finance. Ripple's impact isn't confined to the United States alone. The global reach of XRP is expanding at a rapid pace. Take Vietnam, for example, where the Prime Minister announced that the country would pass regulations for cryptocurrency and allow foreign exchanges to operate in the region. Vietnam's TP Bank, which has partnered with Japan's SBI, is already using XRP as part of its payment infrastructure. The government's openness to crypto regulation and the use of XRP within the country is a powerful signal that XRP's utility and adoption are continuing to grow outside of traditional markets. In India, the country recently completed its first crude oil deal with the UAE using local currencies. And guess what? The XRP ledger was part of that infrastructure. This taps into a $500 trillion industry, and Ripple's role in facilitating these transactions demonstrates how XRP is not just about speculative trading, but is becoming embedded in the global economy as countries like India, Vietnam, and others continue to adopt crypto and integrate XRP into their financial systems. We could see a snowball effect that pushes the price of XRP to new heights. All this ties back to the question of global adoption and how it could pump XRP's price. The more countries and institutions that embrace XRP as a bridge asset, the higher demand for the token as global adoption rises. And if Ripple continues to secure these high-profile partnerships, the supply-demand dynamic could drive the price up. Significantly, XRP is transitioning from a niche asset to a global financial tool, and if that trend continues, XRP's price could soar, especially if it becomes a staple in international transactions, as analysts like Steph and others predict. And of course, we can't forget about the whales. They're quietly accumulating hundreds of millions XRP, making moves behind the scenes that could change everything. But why does this matter to us? Well, this is a major bullish signal that could be the catalyst we've all been waiting for. So the sudden surge in XRP's network activity, with 838 million tokens moved between accounts in just 24 hours, has set off a wave of speculation across the cryptocurrency space. This massive spike in transactions is anything but ordinary. Historically, when we see such an uptick in network activity, it often precedes a significant shift in price behavior. But what's really going on behind the scenes, and why should we be paying attention? Despite this unprecedented transaction volume, XRP has struggled to maintain any meaningful upward momentum after briefly testing its 100-day exponential moving average. The token encountered resistance and has slipped into a phase of consolidation. This indicates that while interest in XRP is clearly on the rise, it hasn't yet found the spark needed to break free of its current price range. So what does this mean for the future? Some analysts believe that the massive transaction volume is a clear sign that whales, large holders of XRP, are gearing up for something big. The whales have been steadily accumulating and moving large amounts of XRP behind the scenes. These whales, often responsible for substantial market movements, could be preparing for a larger price push that could drastically shift the dynamics of the XRP market. Historically, when such large-scale movements occur, it often signals that these large players are positioning themselves for a significant price shift. The reason whales matter so much is simple. They control a substantial portion of the market supply. If they're buying or selling en masse, it can cause massive volatility, potentially sending XRP into a bullish rally while it's too early to confirm any immediate price movement. The sheer volume of tokens changing hands suggests that we might be on the brink of a major market shift. The whale's activities are hard to ignore. They're not just moving coins for fun, they're preparing for something significant. If they continue to accumulate XRP, this could be a key indicator that the price is about to surge in the coming days. Traders and investors alike will be watching XRP closely, not only for price movements, but for further signs of whale activity. A continuation of this trend could very well mark the beginning of next big run for XRP. It's clear that with this kind of activity the stakes are high, and the potential for a price breakout is on the horizon. The combination of rising whale interest and increased network activity could serve as the catalyst. XRP needs to break past key resistance levels and potentially skyrocket. If whales are loading up on XRP, it's a clear signal that they believe the price is set to rise, and that could mean big things for everyone involved in the market. And the only question remaining is, what are your thoughts on that? You bullish on XRP Ripple token? What are your predictions? Let me know in the comment section, would be curious to know. And with that, we come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If enjoyed the content and found it valuable, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts or questions, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe.